Good morning. I thought I would tell you about a recent trip I did. It was a bike packing trip. It was just a simple overnighter, but the adventure started right outside my door, and that was probably the most fun part about it. I bought a set of bicycle saddlebags, also called panniers, and they were very inexpensive off of Amazon, and I'll try and link that for you in the description below. Anyway, it was so much fun. I had tried doing a camping trip with my bike previously, and carrying a fully loaded backpack on your back on a bicycle really causes a lot of pressure on your bum, so that wasn't fun. So I tried strapping my backpack on the back of I had a rack on the back of my bike. I had that installed after I bought it, and it made it very unwieldy. It wanted to capsize very easily. Thus, the idea with the saddlebags is it balances the weight. So I took everything that I would have normally put in a backpack and loaded it all in these saddlebags on the side of my bike, and away I went. I pedaled up 18 miles to Quartz Mountain State Park and set up my Durst and X-Mid 2 and camped for the night. That was January 5th. It was a lovely day. It does get cold at night. It drops down, I don't know, that particular day. It can drop down at night to the 40s or even closer to 30. This particular day, I think it was about 70. It was warm enough. I had just a tank top on. I did have my hiking pants on. Anyway, I set up camp, and after I made my dinner, went to sleep. Next day, I got up and I did a little tour of Quartz Mountain State Park on my bike. Had a lot of fun revisiting, and so I shot quite a bit of video of that for memory's sake, because I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling, and it'll be nice to be able to look back on this. Anyway, I'm getting ready to rent out my house. It's pretty much empty, except that I've got to paint it, so I'm stuck here for a little while for dental work. I should say I'm stuck in Oklahoma for dental work, and finishing getting this home ready to rent it. And planning on hitting the road to California to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. So anyway, I have a March start date, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I basically will go ahead and play some of the video that I took while I was doing the bike trip. I will try and learn how to put subtitles in, because there's a lot of wind noise. I know in the first, and particularly in the first short clip that I did, that there was a lot of wind noise, and it was difficult to hear my voice over the wind. So I will try and subtitle it. And anyway, I did about 7 miles and making a quick bike tour through the state park, and saw a beautiful deer, and then pedaled home the next day. So 18 miles back, that was 36 plus the 7, 21 plus 2, 43 miles for the 2 days to get total. So about 21 miles per day. Anyway, I was quite thrilled with the enjoyment of the trip. And even though I sometimes have a little bit of lower back pain when carrying my backpack, I discovered that I had no back pain at all, which was a big plus. So anyway, I'm very fond of bike packing, and I can see myself doing quite a bit of it in the future. Well, in particular from here, there are there's no buses or trains between cities. So there you go. If I want to go on a trip in this area, in this neck of the woods, well, I'm going to have to, be riding my bike. But I'm not planning on staying out here quite much longer. So anyway, without further ado, I'll go ahead and connect these together. Well, there's my bike. As you can see, I have panniers. That's what you call them when they're side saddlebags. The problem with a backpack is that if you put it on there, it's top heavy. Whereas I do have like my sleeping bag, my clothes, and all that in a roll on the top. But because it's balanced on the sides, it's sitting just fine. It's very stable. So right now, I am on a country road, as you can see. It's a gorgeous day. It's about 80 degrees. And I don't know if you can see it out there, but there's some mountains out that way. Quartz Mountain is where I'm headed. I'm going to stay out there for the night and then head back tomorrow. It's a fun adventure. It's about 19 miles. So, of course, I tend to weave around, try and make the safest route. So it's going to be a little bit more than that. By the time I get home, I'll let you know when we're all finished. As you can see, the sun is setting. I'm sailing on the highway. And I'm getting ready to turn off right there. Heading over there towards Quartz Mountain. I've done about 11 miles, got another, well, probably more than that. I think I was at the north end of town before I turned around. It's a total of 19 miles. Back on the road. Well, the sun is coming up. My camp is all broke down, but this is where I stayed last night. My bike is all packed. I've had coffee and a bathroom break, and it's time to start pedaling. I've got about 19 miles to go home, but I'm gonna pedal around here inside the Quartz Mountain State Park for a little bit first, just to take in the sights, because it is really quite lovely. And I'll try and share a little bit along the way before I depart. Thought I'd stop for a second and show you the bathrooms and showers. And this is the area where they have some cabins right along the lake. Anyway, we're gonna head down to the lake here. There's a big group cabin for like scouts or something. Anyway, just thought I'd share. How pretty. As you can see, the sun is just peeking over the horizon there. This is the parking lot for the dock. We're going to head up to the lodge here in a few minutes. So I don't usually ride and video because I'm leaving up to the lodge. It's a lot steeper than it looks. Taking a little break and walking. So I'm stopping frequently and doing some videos to help me remember one of my favorite places. Because soon I'm going to be headed to California because I'm going to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. She's so pretty. She's just standing there looking at me, ready to run. Hi, pretty girl. How you doing? It's a lovely morning, isn't it? Oh, you're quite lovely, aren't you? Well, there's the lodge. I just rode around it on the outside, but there's a trail around it. Nice view of the lake. And then right here, by the bridge that leads across to the musical auditorium, there's a trail along there. It's called, I think, the Twin Peaks Trail with Susan, and I used to take that all the time. I'm not going to do that today. I've done enough at this point of extra. I got to see the views, so it's time to head home. Well, I stopped for a minute to take off a layer and get a drink. Heading up Quartz Mountain now. At least there's a good shoulder for most of the route between here and Blair, which I'm grateful for. Okay, so I finished watching the video footage of the bikepacking trip to Quartz Mountain State Park and realized that not only did I fail to do an intro, I did try to sort of do that, but I was already mid-trip. Anyway, so I did an intro retrospectively, and now I'm going to tell you about the completion of my trip, because I get home and I'm just exhausted, or when I'm near home is probably when I should stop, but after you've done something like that and you're really tired and you're wanting to get home, videoing kind of takes a lower priority, so this may be the format you're going to regularly see. So anyway, on the way back, I did not take the country gravel roads because while I was riding to Quartz Mountain, there was a county worker on a grader, and what they do is these dirt and gravel roads have to be regularly turned and reflattened, because if they don't, they get some really bad ruts after rains and ripples in the road, and it makes for a really rough ride in a car. So unfortunately, when they grade like that, that softens up the surface just like you're riding on sand. So it was a little sketchy for me. At some points, I had to stand up and pedal to keep moving forward, and that's a lot of work. So I did mostly take the highway back. There wasn't much choice for me. There was a nice wide shoulder, but I didn't want to go through that. I think normally that's not going to be much of an issue, but it just happened to be for this trip. He happened to be out there the same day. So, it was a blast. 43 miles total for both days, about 21 and a half miles each day. And I stopped in Blair at the All-American and had just some hamburgers. I'm a carnivore, so I ate. They were very kind and gave me an appropriate price, and had just the burger patties and a Diet Coke, and I was in heaven. So anyway, it was a great trip. Got home and unpacked, and was very happy to see my dog and cats again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe. If you liked it, don't forget to give it the thumbs up, and please, if you share, it'll help to get my channel and out to other individuals, and hopefully inspire them. Just because you're older doesn't mean you need to sit on the couch. Watching the boob tube is watching an artificial type of life. Go live your life yourself and enjoy it. God bless and have a great day.